what are some similarities that you've noticed maybe with this team compared to championship teams that you've coached in the past?
That's a great question. Much like the teams, the really good teams we've had that have achieved late in the season, this team has a compete level that can be off the charts. They don't change. If you look at the scoreboard and look at them, they don't change whether they're up by 10, down by 10, or tied. And I think great teams have a compete level that says, we're all about the competition. It doesn't matter what the score is. We're going to keep coming at you, but we're going to recover. We're going to recover from our success. We're going to recover from being down. And I think this group, more than maybe a lot of the other ones, have that type of compete level. You know, talent-wise, skill-wise, system-wise, are we overly outstanding and dominant? I don't think so. But even playing a game of short court, I'd hate to get these guys playing anything that they could throw because they're so competitive with themselves. And I think that's a great trademark to have. And I'm also going to say I believe the other three teams here have that too.
Shane Davis said he was surprised that you beat this last night. I think he said specifically that he was surprised you beat him in 4. Any thoughts?
We're not.
Connor, to ask you about Loyola serving, Joseph Smalls, our National Server of the Year. What are you guys going to have to do defensively on the court to make sure that the Loyola servers like Smalls or Jeske, don't get on a hot run against you guys?
Well, I think I think their team wants to score points off of his serve, Jeske serve, Smalls serve. So definitely, it's in our game plan to try to weather those storms and limit the points they score from those guys. But more importantly, I think, look at Aaron's stat line too. He's not a bad server himself, and Nick Adele and Seifert. So we've got some guys who can hit the ball too. So I think, like Pav said, it's going to be who can stay physical for the longest.
Yeah. And to follow up on that, Aaron, this year you've put up, even higher, aces than you did last year. Was there anything you changed with your serve at all during the off season, or is it just that development and maturation?
I don't think I changed anything. I kind of learned over the summer playing with the junior national team just certain ways to score on my serve different, not just one pace the whole time, being able to change it up. I think I got a little more range, so I think it's just part of that learning curve.
Yeah. And to talk about that, that junior national team had a bunch of Loyola guys on it. What's it like now, basically 10 months later going up against them in, this setting?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you can almost kind of see it happening over the summer. We talked about it. We knew they were hosting, so, they were definitely we were kind of talking like, yeah, I'll see you in the national championship and stuff. So, it's pretty cool to see how that kind of come about.
Coach, what do you think you need to do better this time to like you say, you're really familiar with Loyola, but compared to when you played earlier, what's the biggest difference you have to make changes?
I don't think there's anything we change. I think we got to play clean when the score hits 20. I think if you look at our last matches in here, I believe we won game 1, but I also think Loyola had maybe a total of 8 to 12 errors, hitting, serving, so they shortened the game for us. Games 2 and 3, I think we were tied at 20 with them, and after 20, I think in both games we had at least 2, if not 3 errors from 20 on. So in this setting, at this time of year, you get to 20, and if you can shut them down by being clean,